ABC, what is the scam? What have you done? Why are you doing the work of genocide lobbyists rather than defending your own staff? Free speech and the public interest. One of our pet subjects here at Michael West Media is exposing the dirty work of lobbyists and the toxic influence of money in politics. And we hammer on about the fossil fuel lobby, the machinations of the business lobby, the kowtowing of politicians day in, day out, you name it, chemist lobby, big pharma, multinational tax dodging lobby, the big four, the lawyers lobby, the weapons lobby, the pokies lobby, the minerals council, the BCA. But there's one lobby which has just outed itself as the most powerful in the country, thanks to a few texts which were prized loose and ended up in the Herald. Funny, they even ran the story. And that is the Zionist Lobby, which is cheering on Benjamin Netanyahu and his ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people in Gaza and the West Bank. The feeble old ABC has been caught in the crosshairs, accused correctly with racism in the wake of its bungled sacking of the journalist Antoinette Lattouf. Since when does an employer not stick up for the interests of their own employee, but rather the interests of a bloodthirsty foreign government over its own staff? Surely it must be pipe and slippers time for the chairperson, Ita Buttrose, and a clean out of management. In my view, the ABC has been caught, all thanks to these leaked texts on a WhatsApp group chat showing how the lawyers for Israel plotted to get rid of this Australian Lebanese reporter for simply publishing a Twitter post about human rights from Human Rights Watch. A true Twitter post, not controversial, except, of course, for the pro-Israel lobby. How do they get away with it, this coven? There are many of them, of pro-Netanyahu operators, lobbyists in Australia. There's a lot of them. Unlike the powerful corporate lobbies, they employ a tactic which is not at the disposal of any other special interest group. If you oppose them, they call you anti-Semitic. They conflate being anti-genocide with anti-Semitism. They conflate the actions, any criticism of the Netanyahu government with anti-Semitism. It's their way or the highway, and they have lost it. And so it is that their modus operandi is to bombard the media, government, the universities, even the medical profession authorities with complaints and threats relentlessly. And they've been doing it for years, but it's ramped up, of course, since October 7, Hamas attacks and the bombardment of Gaza. These people literally spend their time trying to get people sacked for expressing opinions which they don't agree with. And it works. The people in power are dead set, terrified of standing up to them, lest they too be accused of being anti-Semitic. That is the threat, lest they too lose their jobs. Yet the worm has finally turned thanks to rising voices in both the Jewish community and elsewhere, across social media and independent media. Outrage at the daily slaughter unfolding in Gaza and the West Bank, and Australia's complicity. The political and media classes in this country have failed Australia. But it's turned out to be too late. That worm has turned too late for the ABC and other mainstream media, which, due to their lily-livered coverage of the tragedy in the Middle East, have effectively been involved in a cover-up of horrendous war crimes by an extremist, racist government. They have blood on their hands too. This is the Vichy media. They are completely captured. And through their timidity, they are genocide collaborators. I won't put too much of a fine point on that. It's through weakness, not through deliberate intent in most cases. And even the Zionists themselves, they must surely know that they have lost the plot, that they've overcooked their aggressive lobbying, and it has backfired. Many of them truly believe it. They're taught it from a young age. This defensive behaviour, this ethno-supremacy. But the effects of this epic lobbying scam, Zionist perpetrators parading as victims, cannot be understated, for they themselves and their accomplices in the media and most of our politicians have lent their imprimatur to genocide and given rise, they themselves, to the rise in anti-Semitism. They have further eroded trust in government and major institutions of power. The establishment media has literally been deployed by their silence and slanted coverage and even failure to cover things at all. They have covered up for humongous war crimes. And it's worse. They've even taken Australia to war against the Houthis of Yemen, albeit in a small deployment as yet, against the Houthis, who have yet to kill anybody but attacked a few ships. Their stated aim is to disrupt shipping to a genocidal regime. They are acting in accordance with the Genocide Convention, which states that countries and people must try to stop genocide. But whose side are we on? You could not make this stuff up. ABC, you have been scammed. You are scam of the week. Let's hope there's a resolution to this soon. And let's hope the Zionist lobby gets together and at least admits that there needs to be peace talks, that there needs to be a peaceful resolution rather than the ongoing slaughter. That would be leadership. These people call themselves Jewish leaders. The real Jewish leaders are the silenced voices of those who oppose this genocide. Thanks for your support. Like, share, or comment. Keep it nice. No paid Zionist trolls, thank you, in the comments section below.